Everyone, welcome back again. In the continuation of our communication series, today we are going to learn about grapevine communication. And in this series, we also covered various topics regarding the communication as well as the channels of communication. We did formal channels of communication, we did horizontal, vertical, upward, and downward. So, if you haven't checked these videos yet, you can go and please watch it. So for this video lecture today we are going to cover grapevine communication. So let's begin. See, before jumping to the main topic of grapevine communication, first of all we have to understand the meaning of informal communication, because grapevine communication is the part of the informal communication, or we can say that grapevine communication is the example of informal communication, right? So as you can see in your screen, it is very much easy to identify what is the difference between formal and informal communication. So I'm just giving in a very precise manner. I'm telling you that the formal communication, the communication which is totally official in nature, in which we have to follow various kinds of rules and regulations, so that will be considered as the formal communication, which we generally use in our offices, schools, colleges, when we communicate formally, or we have a very close and compact environment to communicate. We wisely we use our words, we wisely choose our sentences, we wisely use our non-verbal communication too. So that is the formal communication, right? So now here I'm telling about the informal communication. So as you can see in your screen, the very first point, it is written here that it is a casual and unofficial form of communication, right? So it is very much casual and unofficial. So here the meaning of unofficial means when we communicate without following much decorum, as well as various kinds of rules and regulation in which we don't follow, that will be considered as informal communication. So the second point is, here the information is exchanged spontaneously between two or more persons without converting the prescribed official rules, process, system, formalities and chain of command. So the second point is saying it is very much clear. So in this informal communication, we whatever we communicate, whenever we communicate with our friends, relatives, with our personal relationships, right, in our personal relationship, so the communication we exchange, it just get very much spontaneous in the comparison of the formal communication, because here we don't overthink, here we don't rely to choose the words wisely. Though we have to choose our words wisely everywhere, but in the informal communication more spontaneity is there, more continuation is there, it gets very much natural to interact with the people, right? So the information is exchanged spontaneously between two or more person without confronting, means we are not following here the rules and regulations, a hardcore rule and regulation, right? So here the communication is quite softer side, here the communication is very much smoothened, that is why it is informal communication, right? Here we don't follow any kind of decorum, here don't follow any kind of means we do not stick on the rule by the book, right? Whatever comes in our mind, naturally we deliver to the other person. So so the informal communication is very much flexible in nature. Whenever we are communicating with our relatives and friends, that will be considered as the informal communication. So at the last, I would like to say that informal communication, we don't follow any chain of command, right? So let's move to the next thing about the informal networks. As you can see in your screen, that the if somebody asks you about the, just tell me the example of informal communication. Is informal communication exist in the offices? Is informal communication exist in the organizations? So you will be answer yes, it exists. So the informal networks like the grapevine network, as you can see in your screen, there are various chain of command is there. Here you can see gossip, probability cluster. So this is the just to give an overview about the grapevine communication, right? First of all, let's understand what is grapevine communication, how does it work. So here, as you can see in your screen, grapevine communication. So here in the very first point, it is very crystal clear, and it is written here that it is an informal channel, right? So grapevine communication will be considered as informal channel, and in the organization, offices or everywhere, informal communication do exist. We can't say that, or we also can't restrict that we are not using informal communication in the offices, we are not using the informal communication in companies, in the organizations, or anywhere, right? So both the communication exists, we have to make a balance of them, so the work, whatever the work is assigned to us, it gets smoothened, right? So the very first point is saying that it is informal channel. Now the second point is saying that unofficial communication in every organization, right? So do remember that it is the unofficial communication, but it will be existed. We can't ignore the existence of informal communication, we can't ignore the importance of the existence of grapevine communication, right? And the third point is very much important. It is also called rumor mill. This question already has been asked, like defined rumor mill. What kind of rumor mill is a kind of communication? So do remember that grapevine communication is also known as the rumor mill. Rumor का मतलब है अफवाह फैलाना, या अफवाहें जो इतनी जल्दी एक जगह से दूसरी जगह फैल जाती है, तो ग्रेपवाइन कम्युनिकेशन का जो स्प्रेड अप होता है वो बहुत ज़्यादा तेजी से होता है, राइट? इसमें आप एक इंफॉर्मेशन किसी को देंगे, बहुत तेजी से वो इंफॉर्मेशन फैल जाएगी, क्योंकि इसमें कोई भी आपका चेन ऑफ कमांड या बहुत सारे ऑफिशियल्स या रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस का यूज नहीं हो रहा है, राइट? सो थर्ड पॉइंट इज सेइंग दैट इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड rumor mill, right? Next point is it is a kind of casual conversation with their friends in office. So here the word is highlighted very much, that it is a casual conversation. So here casual means when we interact with the other people in a very friendly manner, in a very chilled manner, means we don't have that much planning in our mind that what should I say, what should I don't say, like this. So when we communicate in a very jovial manner to the other person, it will be called as the casual conversation. So it definitely exists in every office or every official official components too. We cannot ignore the existence of grapevine communication or any kind of informal communication, right? Now, next point is saying that those friends can be from any department or maybe occupying at any level in the organization. Yes, this point is also very important. So in this slide you will just learn an overview of grapevine communication. So the grapevine communication do exist in the organization. If we take the example of an office, if we take the example of any kind of company, so there will be the several departments will be there, right? Whenever the people have the free access from their work, as well as have some leisure times they are spending with each other, means grapevine communication is totally dependent on the interpersonal relationship between the sender and the receiver. If the sender and the receiver has a very jovial, very cooperative, as well as very friendly relationship, then their grapevine communication or informal communication will be stronger. Grapevine communication never see the strata, never see the authority. Like for example, if somebody uh, from the uh, 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 from the junior level, right, from the junior level, he have very good terms to his senior, have a very friendly relationship with the senior, so he casually interact with the senior without following any kinds of rules and regulation. So I just wanted to say that grapevine communication is totally dependent upon the a good interpersonal relationship between the sender and the receiver, right? It does not depend that the sender holds the higher authority or the receiver holds the higher authority. So it totally depends on the a good relationship between both of them, right? So in the next slide, as you can see, there are okay, for this lecture we just see that much only, because the video get so much longer. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for your listening. In the continuation of this grapevine communication, you are going to learn the purposes, characteristics, as well as the most important patterns of grapevine communication. How does the grapevine communication spread up? So that's all for today. Thank you so much for your listening.